It always seems to happen at the same time, around 2 or 3 in the morning, when everything is quiet, when your body is supposed to be resting. Then suddenly your leg seizes up, tight, sharp, like a rope being yanked from the inside. You sit up, try to stretch, breathe, wait, it passes. But you don't fall back asleep the same way. By morning, your calf still feels sore, your steps feel off, and the rest of the day, it just feels heavier. Most people try the same fixes. More water, more stretching. Some even try banana after banana, hoping for potassium. But the cramps keep coming. Not every night, but just often enough to make you wonder, is this just what aging feels like? It's not. And in most cases, it's not even about movement. It's about minerals. It's about circulation. It's about muscle signals getting scrambled right when your body is trying to recover. And the fix doesn't come from another pill or stretch. It comes from food. In this video, you'll learn the 3 most effective foods to reduce nighttime leg cramps in seniors, and how to use them in ways your body can actually absorb. If your legs have been tightening up in the dark lately, maybe it's time to stop guessing and start listening. Most people think leg cramps are a stretching problem, or a hydration issue, or just one of those things that happens with age. But the real cause runs deeper. It's not about movement. It's about messaging. Every time you move, even slightly, your nerves send signals to your muscles. Contract, hold, release, rest. And when everything works, those signals are smooth, clean, instant. But with age, that system, your inner circuit, starts to fray. Minerals like magnesium and potassium get harder to absorb. Vitamin B12 levels drop without warning. And tiny communication gaps begin to open between nerves and muscles. Your body still tries to rest at night, but when the circuit is unstable, the signals misfire, and that's when your leg tightens without reason. Worse, certain medications, like diuretics for blood pressure or acid blockers for reflux, quietly deplete the very minerals your muscles rely on. So even if you're eating decently and drinking water, your legs might still be underpowered. Running on empty. It's not weakness. It's not laziness. And no, it's not just getting old. It's depletion, the slow, invisible kind. And your muscles are asking for something you can still give them. Not another supplement, not another deep stretch, but nourishment. Because when muscles cramp, they're not just reacting. They're requesting. And the answer might already be on your plate. A woman I spoke with recently told me she was drinking 5 bottles of water a day to stop her leg cramps. She had water in the car, by her bed, at the kitchen table, everywhere, but the cramps didn't stop. They got worse. She thought she was doing everything right. And honestly, she was trying, because that's what most of us are told. Drink more water, stretch before bed, eat a banana. And yes, those things can help, but only when the rest of your system is already working well. For most seniors, it's not. Let's talk about the most common myths. The banana fix. Yes, bananas contain potassium, but they digest quickly. They spike blood sugar, and without enough magnesium or fat to help absorb it, the potassium often leaves the body before it helps the muscle. Skipping breakfast. It doesn't feel like a big deal, but when your muscles have gone all night without fuel, starting the day empty can delay recovery, and that creates a buildup of tightness by evening. Late night hydration. Drinking water too close to bedtime can actually disrupt sleep, and if you're low on minerals, all that extra water just dilutes what little your muscles have left. And finally, there's a quiet belief that cramps are just part of aging. They're not. They're correctable, with the right kind of support. And no surprise, that support often starts in the kitchen. He hadn't eaten a sweet potato in years. Said it was too sugary and better for the holidays. But when his calves started cramping every other night, he was willing to try anything. So we roasted a few slices, added a pinch of sea salt. He had half with lunch, just once a day. Within a week, the cramps eased. And 2 weeks later, they were gone. Sweet potatoes aren't just a soft, warm side dish. They're one of the most powerful sources of natural potassium, a mineral that helps muscles contract and relax smoothly. Potassium also keeps your fluid balance in check. When it's low, nerves misfire and muscles tighten without warning, especially at night when circulation slows. Sweet potatoes release energy slowly. Unlike processed carbs, they don't spike your blood sugar. They give your muscles a steady stream of support, especially if you pair them with protein or a healthy fat. 1/2 medium sweet potato is almost equal to 80 g, is almost equal to 90 kilocalories. Provides 400 mg potassium, more than a banana, and a dose of vitamin A for tissue repair. In 2017, the Journal of Clinical Nutrition reported that older adults who consumed potassium-rich root vegetables had fewer nighttime cramps and better muscular recovery over time. If you're limiting starch or watching your blood sugar, cooked lentils are a gentle alternative. They provide potassium with added fiber and protein, without the sugar load. Try adding half a sweet potato to lunch today. Not because it's trendy, but because your muscles remember what real fuel feels like. And while potassium helps the muscle contract and release, another mineral helps it truly relax, especially at night. She never thought a tablespoon of seeds could change anything. But one night, instead of another magnesium pill, she tried a small handful of roasted pumpkin seeds. Just before bed. Nothing fancy. Just quiet nutrition. And for the first time in weeks, she slept through the night without a single cramp. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium, a mineral your muscles need to relax after they've been active. Without enough magnesium, muscles stay half contracted, tense, twitchy, and prone to misfire. It's like trying to turn off a light, but the switch doesn't click all the way down. Magnesium calms that signal. It also supports deeper sleep, and sleep is when muscle repair actually happens. 1 tablespoon is almost equal to 10 g, is almost equal to 50 kcal. Contains 90 mg of magnesium, is almost equal to 20% of the daily value for older adults. Plus zinc, iron, and healthy fats that support nerve health. In its 2022 magnesium fact sheet, the National Institutes of Health, NIH, noted that magnesium deficiency is a leading, but often missed, cause of nighttime muscle cramping in older adults. If you're allergic to seeds or on a low-fat diet, steamed spinach or a few slices of avocado can provide a gentler magnesium boost. Try this. Add 1 tablespoon of unsalted pumpkin seeds to your evening snack, not as a treat, but as a signal. Because while potassium helps with movement, magnesium helps with stillness. And there's one more signal your body relies on, the one that makes sure nerves and muscles stay in sync. He used to skip breakfast. Just coffee and maybe a piece of toast. He thought it was enough. But by mid-morning, his legs would twitch. By afternoon, they'd feel heavy. And by evening, the cramps returned. We started with one change. 1 egg, soft-boiled, every morning. Within days, the difference was clear, not dramatic, just steady. And his legs finally felt like his again. Eggs aren't just protein. They're signal food. The yolk provides vitamin B12 and choline, 2 nutrients essential for communication between nerves and muscles. Think of your nerves as phone lines. B12 keeps the insulation intact. Choline helps the message travel clearly. Without enough of either, the signals become delayed, garbled, or lost, and muscles respond with tension, confusion, or cramping. 1 large egg is almost equal to 50 g, is almost equal to 70 kcal. Contains 6 g protein, 0.6 mg vitamin B12, is almost equal to 25% RDA, plus choline for neuromuscular coordination. In 2020, Harvard Health highlighted that B12 deficiency is common in older adults and directly linked to impaired nerve conduction and muscle misfiring, especially in the legs. If you avoid eggs due to cholesterol, allergies, or diet, look for fortified plant milks or nutritional yeast. Both offer B12 with minimal fat or animal protein. Try adding 1 egg to your breakfast this week, not as a habit, but as a foundation. Because when muscles have fuel and nerves of clarity, your body doesn't just move, it moves with purpose. And now that we've fed the body, Let's look at what happens when the lights go out. Why do leg cramps happen at night when you're resting? It's one of the most common questions seniors ask. And the answer isn't about what you did that day. It's about what your body stops doing when you lie down. When you sleep, everything slows. Circulation, breathing, digestion. Your body shifts into repair mode. Quietly, efficiently. But that slower blood flow also means fewer nutrients reach the legs. Less potassium, less magnesium, less oxygen. So if your muscles already have low reserves, night is when those shortages become real. That's when signals start to stutter. And a stuttered signal becomes a cramp. Imagine your nerves like extension cords. During the day, you're plugged into motion. But at night, the power flickers. And if the insulation is worn, like from low B12 or poor recovery, one wrong twitch sets off the whole system. That's why people say, I didn't move, I was asleep. Exactly. You weren't moving, but your muscles were still listening. And what they heard was static. This is also why nighttime is the perfect time to rebuild. Your body is already working quietly. You just need to give it the right materials before the lights go out, because the goal isn't just to sleep, it's to restore. And when muscles have what they need, they don't interrupt you. They thank you with silence. Let's take a breath, because the real work doesn't happen in big overhauls. It happens in rhythms. Rhythms of eating, of resting, of noticing. If you're caring for yourself, this starts with simple tracking. When do the cramps show up? What did you eat earlier that day? Are they worse after skipping breakfast, or better when you stay hydrated? Don't guess. Just start noticing. You'll see patterns. And patterns are first step toward change. If you're supporting someone else, like a parent, spouse, or friend, try adding one food at a time. A few slices of roasted sweet potato. A spoonful of seeds in their evening snack. An egg with toast. Serve gently, without pressure. It's not about fixing them. It's about giving their body a chance to remember how it wants to feel. And if you're living with a chronic condition, diabetes, kidney issues, or cholesterol concerns, you already know every bite matters. So adjust. Start small. Talk to your doctor. Swap where needed. But don't stop feeding the system that's still trying to heal you. Because stronger legs don't begin with willpower. They begin with rhythm. And stronger rhythm leads to steadier motion. That's the refrain. Not perfection. Not speed. Just rhythm. And if this helped you, even a little, maybe you know someone who's still waking up with pain and thinking it's normal. Share this with them. Quietly, like strength does. Most leg cramps aren't dangerous. They're inconvenient, annoying, and eventually hard to ignore. But there are moments when your body might be telling you something more. If your cramps happen every single night, or they're spreading beyond the calves, into the feet, thighs, or both legs at once, that's worth noticing. If you feel numbness, or burning, or tingling that doesn't stop during the day, especially if it affects your balance, that's not just muscle fatigue. It could be a circulation issue, or a nerve problem, or a side effect of medication. Also pay attention to swelling, or one leg feeling colder or tighter than the other, or color changes in skin, bluish, reddish, or pale. You don't need to panic. You just need to check in with your doctor, with your medication list, with your own instincts. Because cramps are rarely emergencies, but they are always messages. And it's okay to respond to them early, without waiting for something worse. That's not overreacting. That's wisdom. This video is for informational purposes only. It is not medical advice, nor does it replace professional consultation. If you have persistent, severe, or worsening symptoms, please speak with a licensed healthcare provider. Your legs are not betraying you. They're communicating. And the fact that you're listening now means you're already halfway there. Let's bring it all together. If leg cramps have been waking you up at night, you're not alone. And no, you don't have to live with them. They're not just annoyances. They're indicators. And when your body starts requesting support, the most powerful response isn't always more stretching. It's smarter nourishment. We covered 3 senior safe foods that give your muscles what they've quietly been missing. Sweet potatoes for steady potassium and slow-release energy. Pumpkin seeds for calming magnesium and deeper rest. Eggs for B12 and choline to keep nerves and muscles in sync. None of them require fancy recipes. None of them need to be perfect, just consistent. Try this: half a roasted sweet potato at lunch, a spoonful of seeds an hour before bed, 1 egg in the morning, soft, boiled, or scrambled. Start with 1. Track how you feel. There's a free printable cramp tracker linked in the description. It helps you notice patterns without guesswork, so you can adjust with confidence. And if this video gave you even one small insight, let us know. Have leg cramps interrupted your sleep this year? Comment 1 if yes, 0 if not yet. You might be surprised how many others quietly say the same. Next up, we're diving into 5 essential vitamins that protect your joints, calm nerve pain, and support steadier balance after 65. Until then, rest gently, move kindly, and remember, stronger rhythm leads to steadier motion.